in Shanghai, I dress armor from head to toe. I get other person in front of me through my helmet. Sweat streaming down my forehead. I took a deep breath and raised my sword. When I was 8 years old, I took fencing license during my summer vacation. Fencers are required to wear several thick layers of clothes and a protective helmet. This uniform is very hot at Starfield. Even so, I still feel very cool when I'm fully armored, like an ancient warrior brandishing a long sword. In the beginning, the license is very simple, just some basic movements. I was taller than others my age, and my arms are longer, so this gave me a natural advantage. I can reach my opponents better and defeat them more easily. After about months, I moved to a higher level class. I found that the strength and the size of the older students overpowered me. In the first day of conditioning, the coach asked us to balance our sword on our thighs. As we did lunges for 1 minute, our knees had to sit at 90-degree angles or the sword would fall. I was the only fencer who did not persist, and my sword fell on the ground with the last 10 seconds. As a punishment, the coach asked everyone what me do 10 push-ups. I was already exhausted and my legs shook continuously. With each push-up, the pain flooded my whole body. When I finished the last one, I collapsed on the ground and out of breath. After a short break, the coach made us one. Because of my exhaustion and clearly inadequate fitness level, I soon fell behind, and the group gradually disappeared from my sight. When I reached the finish line, the others had already finished the training and had gone home. That night I didn't sleep very well. I feel that I was far behind others. I was afraid of that I couldn't keep up with the training pace. I even thought about quitting, but I was afraid of telling my parents. The turning point came when the coach told us a match a few weeks later. I didn't want my parents to be disappointed in me, nor did I want to give up by myself. So I started concentrating on observing the movements demonstrated by the coach and practice on my own. Even out of class, I will think about them to find where I needed to improve. In one class, we learned how to beat the blade, and the coach divided us into groups of 2. We took turns learning parries, striking each other's blades sideways. Each time I tried to attack, my opponent's blade sit firmly unmoved. However, when he struck my blade pushed up with ease. So I started to exercise my strength deliberately, and the training built on my strength. However, after carefully observing the coach's movements, I realized that the timing is more important than strength. Like a well-timed beat on the field will displace the blade even if the opponent is stronger. So I started spending more time practicing subtle techniques and also working on my strengths. Soon I was not at a disadvantage. The moment I stepped onto the competition, I still feel nervous, but the fear of being a weaker fencer has vanished. I successfully won the first few matches, and I met a particularly strong person in the round 16. He's extremely fast. He can avoid my attack effortlessly. I became flattered. I wanted to score faster, but my frustration compelled me to make more mistakes. Then I recall when my parents and my coach emphasized overload. Patience and timing is more important than pure strength. So I started to calm down and observe repeatedly the opponent's movements and waiting for the right opportunity to attack. Slowly and gradually, as I get more points, and in the end of the game, I turn the score around and I won the match. In the end of the day, I got 8th place. Although this is just a ranking, but this placement validates my effort. I learned that the true victory is not always about coming first. It is about facing your own fears and refusing to give up. When I was discouraged because I couldn't keep up with the training pace, I persisted. I was proud of myself for persevering and showing tremendous improvement. Thanks.